The Honda Civic is a car that just keeps on going, and it doesn't seem to be going anywhere anytime soon. And that can only mean one thing. We have to keep making more and more videos about them. But that's, that's all right. It's kind of what we're here for. What's going on, everyone? Jels from Fitment Industries, Fitment Industries Garage, and we are back with yet another episode of What Wheels Fits. And we have slowly but surely been knocking out the generations of these cars, and today we're going to be covering what wheels fit your 9th generation Honda Civic. So Greg can get some wheels finally. Real quick though, before we dive into the nitty gritty, please, if you haven't done so already, don't forget to subscribe. It helps us out a ton. And of course, once you know what wheels are gonna fit your own Honda Civic, don't forget who helped you out and stop on over to fitmentindustries.com. Check out all the wheels, tires, and suspensions that we have available for not only your Honda Civic, but any other car you might have as well. First things first, we gotta go over the general fitment range, right? I mean, what better place to start? For the 9th generation Honda Civic, you're generally going to be looking at diameters between 17 and 18 inches, widths from 7 to 9.5, and an offset landing between plus 45 and plus 20, and of course with a bolt pattern of 5x114.3. So giving us a pretty good starting point, but still a ton of different options within that range that have a huge effect on how those wheels fit these cars. So let's dive a little deeper and hop on over to the Fitment Industries gallery, get a first-hand look as to what people are running on these cars. Here we go with the first car of the day, which is going to be a black 2015 SI with some Volk TE37s. Now these are a size of 17x8 with a plus 40 offset all around. For tires, we're looking at some Firestone Firehawk Indy 500s, 225/40 for the size, and then sitting on some Skunk 2 lowering springs. As you can see, the setup looks insanely good on this car, getting a nearly flush fitment with these TE37s, and we are looking at about a 2-inch drop in ride height from those lowering springs. Fenders are not rolled, and there's no rubbing issues with this setup, so when all is said and done, you're getting a great looking wheel tire suspension package that fits good. You don't have to worry about any rubbing or modifying anything else to get them to fit, and it's all set to go. Next up, we take a look at another black 2015 SI, this time running on some Ray's Engineering or Graham Light 57 CRs, 17x9 with a plus 38 offset, so going up in width and dropping that offset to a plus 38, getting a little bit more aggressive. For tires, got some Federal 595 RSRs, 235/45, and then sitting on some BC Racing coilovers. Fenders are rolled and pulled to make some room for the wider wheels and tires, and we are getting a very flush fitment here with this setup. It seems that modifying the fenders a little bit has cleared up any rubbing issues that this owner would have had, so just rolling those fenders cleared it right up. Moving on here, we get to the super clean white 2015 with some Enkei RS05 RRs. I absolutely love these wheels, by the way. This time we're looking at an 18x9 with a plus 35 offset, so bumping up to an 18-inch wheel, we get to see what those look like on this generation of Honda Civic. And we still get that drop in offset a little bit too. So now you're probably saying, hey, that looks like a different fitment than the last car we looked at, but these are bigger wheels. And yes, you are correct, because this time we're looking at a 215/40 Nitto Neogen tire. If you remember, your tire size plays just as much of an impact for your fitment as your wheels. Sitting on some D2 Racing coilovers, this car looks damn good. Fenders are still rolled and pulled, and we are seeing the help of some camber bolts and camber arms to help dial everything in. So that's why with even a bigger wheel, you can get a little bit tighter fitment. Getting slightly more aggressive here, we get to this 2015 SI with some Cosmos Racing XT206Rs, 18x9 with a plus 33 offset, wrapping some Nankang NS20 tires, 215/35 for the size, and then sitting on some K-Sport coilovers. Giving us a flush fitment, and probably wouldn't hurt to roll your fenders for this one as well, even though there are no notes here of having to do that, but better safe than stranded on the side of the road. Dropping the offset even more, we get to take a look at this red 2015 SI with some Cosmos Racing MR7 wheels, 18x9 with a plus 25 offset, paired with a Nitto Neogen tire again, 225/40, and then sitting on some Skunk 2 lowering springs once again. Fenders are rolled, and we are seeing a little bit of poke fitment here with that plus 25 offset. Now, you could get a flush fitment here if you wanted to drop maybe a tire size, work with some camber, throw some camber bolts in, camber arms, that kind of thing, but it's truly up to you. You can really make a lot of things fit depending on how much you really kind of with it. Which is going to bring us to our last car of the day, which is going to be this 2015 SI on some Volk TE37s. Once again, kind of neat. Started with a black SI and some T's, ended on a black SI with some T's. Anyway, 18x9.5 with a plus 22 offset, going up a ½ inch in width and going down an offset yet again. Toyo extends the HP2s for the tire choice, 225/40, and then sitting on some BC Racing coilovers for the suspension. Other details here include a negative 3.6 degree camber adjustment in the front and a negative 6 degrees of camber in the rear. Fenders rolled and still seeing some rubbing, but that's just the game we play, isn't it? When we start going with some wider wheels, lower offset, and all that sort of fun stuff. So hopefully this gave you guys a good insight into what wheels fit your 9th gen Honda Civic. Don't forget, if you want to check out more examples, there are literally thousands literally thousands of Honda Civics in our gallery. Go check it out for yourself if you want to find something specifically for what you're looking for. Again, wheels, tires, suspension, fitmentindustries.com. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to let us know what you'd like us to cover next down in the comments below. I'm Giles from Fitment Industries. We'll see you later. Peace.